If you also know English words, understand grammar, can watch and understand videos, but freeze when it comes to speaking, by the end of this video, you'll learn how to program your brain to speak English, and this will change your life. But before we get into the video, if you want to speak English fluently, like the video now and subscribe to the channel because the techniques you'll learn today will literally retrain your brain for English. Hello everyone, I'm Mr. English Teacher. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about something very important for your English speaking. I'm going to talk about your brain. Yes, your brain. Because real English speaking doesn't start in your mouth. Fluency doesn't start in your mouth. It starts in your mind. Many English learners know a lot of words, know many grammar rules, can read English texts, can understand English videos, but when they want to speak, something strange happens. They stop, they hesitate, they become silent, and they feel their brain is slow. They feel English is locked inside their head. If this sounds familiar to you, you're not alone. And the good news is the problem is not your intelligence. The problem is not your memory. The problem is not even your vocabulary. The problem is that your brain hasn't learned to think in English automatically. In this video, I'll show you how to train your brain for automatic English speech, meaning speaking English without translating in your head, speaking English without panic, speaking English more naturally and more smoothly. We'll talk about 4 powerful ideas. We'll talk about inner speech, meaning the speech inside your head. We'll talk about narration. We'll talk about mental rehearsal. Rehearsal means practice. And we'll talk about thought labeling. Don't worry about these names, they may sound academic or difficult, but I'll explain everything in simple and clear English, and you'll see that these techniques are easy, practical, and you can start using them today. Now, let's start with something very simple. Let me ask you a question. When you're alone, do you talk to yourself? Maybe not out loud, but inside your mind. Do you sometimes say things like, I'm tired, or I need to hurry, or what should I eat today? This is called inner speech. Inner speech means the voice inside your head, the language you use when you think. Many people think in their first language. If your first language is Russian, you probably think in Russian. If your first language is Spanish, you probably think in Spanish. If your first language is Portuguese, you probably think in Portuguese. This is natural. But here's the problem. If you always think in your first language, when you want to speak English, you need to translate. First you think in Spanish, then you translate to English, and this creates stress and breaks fluency. Automatic English speech happens when your inner speech becomes English, meaning when the voice inside your head slowly changes from your first language to English, and this doesn't happen in one day. This is a process. It takes time, but it's a very powerful process. Now, let me give you a simple example. Imagine you wake up in the morning, you look at the clock, it's 7 o'clock. Usually you think something like, oh no, I'm late, and you do this in your own language. Now try to say this in English inside your head. Say, oh no, I'm late. Don't say it out loud, just say it silently. This is already training your inner speech. When you make coffee, instead of thinking in your own language, try to think in English. You can say inside your mind, I am making coffee, or the water is hot, or I need more sugar. These are very small sentences, very simple sentences, but they're extremely powerful. Why? Because your brain is learning to connect real life with English directly, not through translation, but through experience. When you think in English during daily activities, your brain slowly builds new paths. These paths help English become more automatic. At first, this feels strange. Your brain may feel tired. You may forget words. You may go back to your language. This is normal. Don't fight it. Just gently return to English. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need long sentences. You just need simple English thoughts. Now, let's talk about something closely connected to inner speech. This is narration. Narration means telling a story, but here it means telling the story of your own life in English. You can narrate what you're doing, you can narrate what you're seeing, you can narrate what you're planning. For example, imagine you're walking in the street. You can say in your mind, I'm walking to the bus stop. The street is busy today. I can hear cars. I can see people. This is narration. You're describing your world in English. You're turning your life into an English story. This is one of the strongest ways to train your brain for automatic English speech. Why? Because you're using English for meaning, not for exercise. You're not doing a grammar test. You're not filling gaps. You're using English to understand and describe your reality. And this makes your brain love English more because the brain loves meaning. The brain loves real use. Let me tell you something important. You don't need a partner for this. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a classroom. You only need your life. Your life is your best English textbook. When you cook, narrate in English. When you clean, narrate in English. When you travel, narrate in English. When you feel happy or tired or angry, narrate in English. For example, you can say, I feel tired today, but I need to work. Or, this music is relaxing. Or, I'm worried about tomorrow. Slowly, your brain stops seeing English as a school subject. It starts seeing English as a thinking tool, and this is the moment when automatic speech begins. Now let's connect this to speaking. Many learners say, I understand English, but I cannot speak. Very often this is because they don't think in English, because if you think in English, speaking becomes easier because speaking is only saying what you already thought. Let me say that again. Speaking is only saying what you already thought. So inner speech and narration are not only for thinking, they're direct training for speaking. And if you've watched this far and decided to try these techniques, write in the comments, I'll try it, because even writing this gets your brain into action. Now let's slow down and practice something together. Where are you right now? Maybe you're at home, maybe you're on a bus, maybe you're walking. Try to say one sentence in English about your situation. You can say, I'm listening to a podcast, or I'm sitting on a chair, or I'm walking and listening. Say it slowly in your mind. Don't rush. Feel the sentence. Now add one more sentence. For example, I feel calm, or I want to improve my English, or this voice is clear, this is inner speech, this is narration, and this is training your brain. Don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are part of training. Even native speakers make mistakes when they speak. What matters is that you're using English in your mind. Before we move to the next part, I want to say something very important. You don't become fluent by only listening. You don't become fluent by only reading. You become fluent when your brain starts using English automatically. Inner speech and narration are like bridges. They connect understanding to speaking. Now we'll move to another powerful idea. This idea is called mental rehearsal. Mental rehearsal means practicing something in your mind before doing it in real life. Athletes use mental rehearsal, musicians use mental rehearsal, and language learners can use mental rehearsal too. Let me explain this with a simple example. Imagine tomorrow you want to speak English with someone, maybe with a colleague, maybe with a friend, maybe in a shop or in a cafe. Very often learners feel nervous before speaking. They think, what if I forget my words? They think, what if I make mistakes? They think, what if the other person doesn't understand me? Mental rehearsal helps you reduce this fear. Before the real conversation happens, you can play it in your mind, for example. Imagine you're ordering coffee in English. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a scene. You see the cafe, you see the person behind the counter. Now imagine yourself speaking. You can say in your mind, hello, can I have a coffee, please? Then imagine the person answering, maybe they say, sure, what kind? Then you answer, a black coffee, please. You're not speaking out loud, but your brain is practicing the conversation. This is very important because your brain doesn't clearly separate imagination from reality. When you imagine something clearly, your brain learns from it. So when the real situation happens, your brain feels more prepared, it feels familiar, it feels less scary. Mental rehearsal also helps your brain become faster in English because you're building ready-made sentences and reactions. Instead of thinking, translating, and searching for words, in real time, your brain says, "I've seen this before," and English comes out more easily. Let me give you another example. Imagine you want to talk about your job in English. You can rehearse this in your mind. You can say, "I work as a teacher," or "I work in an office," or "I'm a student." Then you can imagine someone asking, "What do you do exactly?" And you answer, "I teach English," or "I work with computers," or "I study engineering." You can repeat this mental conversation many times. Each time it becomes smoother, each time your brain becomes more comfortable with English. This is like practicing a song before singing it on stage. Mental rehearsal is especially powerful because you can do it anywhere. You can do it on the bus, you can do it before sleep, you can do it while walking. You don't need a partner, you don't need a teacher, you only need your mind. My dear friend, you've listened to this whole video. This means you're learning, this means you're changing, and if you learned something from this video, hit the like button now, subscribe to the channel because in the upcoming videos, I'll show you more ways to train your brain for English. Write in the comments which technique you're going to try because writing this will get you into action. And remember, don't just learn English, train your brain to live in English. Until next time, keep thinking, keep speaking, and keep unleashing your English. I'm Mr. English Teacher. See you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.